Boo, boo.
And we're live.
Welcome once again. Welcome to Napshots present. Hell, it ain't
The
the big
Cal,
focus, bro. It ain't the big focus. It is
uh,
the Cal
Cal,
and Joe show. Welcome,
there we
guys,
go.
to this beautiful show. I mean, you guys always watch us on Wednesday. We promise you we'll be back on Thursday this week. Subsequently, we will be going all Thursdays. But it was a last minute entry that we wanted to do this. Kel,
Yeah.
tell them why we wanted to do this, Kel.
So the Cal and Joe show, a concept that came up, eureka, like that.
Yep,
It's all about football and all the things that are buzzing, that are
yep,
knacking in your brain. Think of it
mm,
like water. We'll
yep,
just flow and we'll go with the flow and we'll talk about topics that matter to you. It's not
mm-hmm,
about predictions, it's not about
yep,
scores, it's nothing about that. It's about
yep,
your club, an
yes,
issue, a situation, and let's dive deep into it on a
yes,
Monday
Kel.
night.
So, on today, what is the number one issue that we are facing here? I mean, what is the talk of the town?
Manchester United.
Oh,
All
you just hit a
Manchester
heart.
United.
You just hit an arrow to my heart, bro. I mean,
It's
as
all
much
about.
as Manchester is deep down, I'm blood and heart for Manchester. I
I
can't, bro. I just can't.
I I feel you. I feel your pain. I'm a Chelsea fan. We didn't have a good night last night. Let's not talk about that. Moving on. But it's all about United. Let's talk
Yep.
about what's happening with United. You're talking about a legacy, a dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
right? One of the founding pillars of the English football, basically. Champions League
Yep.
winner, you name it, FA Cup, they've won it all. But what's happening? How did the club from there start to decline all the way
The
where they are now?
fall of grace. I think that would be the perfect way to actually say this. It's the fall of
Yep.
grace.
Yep.
But Kel, it can't be just you and me talking, right?
Nah,
I mean,
it's boring after a
it'll
while.
definitely be boring. I mean, yes, I'm definitely a United fan. You're a Chelsea fan. You're definitely trying to banter me. I'll try to defend myself. But before that, we definitely need to get people in.
Yep.
And Kel, guess what? We do have four mad piece United fans
Four.
to come onto the show. But Kel, before
Yep.
that,
Yep.
to those that are watching, to the millions that are watching, fellas, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Facebook, and Instagram. And do not forget to share this episode, guys. I mean, it's gonna be lit. Cal is gonna banter definitely. Cal,
Yeah, definitely. Let's just be honest and brutal with the fans. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's just get the raw emotions out, right? Right? The
I
wound is
couldn't
still
say it better
fresh.
now.
The wound is still fresh from that defeat.
I'm
So
not slept
let's
yet. Yep.
just let me just turn it. And you were wearing all white. You're the angel of this episode.
And you're
I'm
the
the all
devil.
black. Maybe. But let's just see. Let's just see.
Let's just see, bro. Shall we bring up our guest then?
Let's bring them on.
Usually we will bring the guests one by one. But for today, Kel, I just felt, I think, cut the crap of getting the introduction. We
Yep.
are going to dive straight to Old Trafford and get all four in. Let's bring in the four guests, fellas. We have Russ, we have Mark,
Hello.
we have Emmanuel, and we
Hi.
have Gucci Man. Go Russ in
man.
the house, fellas.
How you boys
How are you
doing?
guys?
How are you doing? Biar
Still feeling the effects of that Saturday game? The 3-1.
You can see everyone's eye back, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
slowly wearing off.
And it was a given, right? Basically, when you guys started the game, you guys thought 3 points were in the bag, right? Correct?
No,
All across the board.
no. The
Oh,
way
okay.
we started
Okay,
the
let-
game.
What? I had a feeling.
Let's
something
just speak
happened.
about that later on. Interesting.
I
So
mean,
just
Russ,
really quick.
Russ,
Go,
just
Joe.
a quick one, Russ. You look all pumped up, but I see you have a sleepless night. I think your eye bags are coming out. Did you ever think that United was going to start off with a horrendous defeat?
No, I didn't expect to lose the first game. But the way we started, I was thinking, okay, this might get tricky, and if we could just sit back and contain and hold this early onslaught off, and then build on it, it'd be good. But within 7 minutes, we concede a goal and we play right into their hands. That's it.
Tell me
That's all
about
we
it,
could
man.
do.
Tell me about it. Gaurav, 7
Hey.
minutes. 7 minutes. Did you want to just switch off your TV?
I was just like, I was thinking why not just watch to the end, like, just cry till I'm dead or something, that kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Well, I roughly had a feeling the game will go in such a way. Crystal Palace had a really good first game, and if they scored early, I knew it wasn't going to be a good night. So
Perfect, guys.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Emmanuel,
Emmanuel.
I'm definitely sure that you're one of the youngest here. Kel, do you have anything to ask him just to warm up
Emmanuel,
a bit?
how you feeling?
Yeah.
How you feeling? How you?
Uh,
Let's just put it this way: first game of the season, and United are not looking very good in the table for now. I mean, just the
Yeah.
first game, but performance. How you feeling after that game?
not so good. Not so good. I think we didn't play our best because of what is going on. I mean, every United fan knows what is going on. The Sancho saga, being a
Yeah,
defender, and the whole just everything like. And I think the boys had really showed what they have gone through after the defeat in the Europa League. I think that's what they're shown right now. And I know that Ole purposely did this lineup to show that he needs players. But I'm not.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm not worried that we're gonna slip down because we are United. We always go back up. Fergie time. You know what I mean? Fergie time.
Okay, good. We'll go deeper into that. Definitely, we'll go deeper into that moving forward. Mark, what about you? How you feeling, man?
Still very emotionally drained lah. You only can go away tomorrow
Come on,
night
man.
after the Luton game, man. Yes. My wife can
Just
see.
Oh, your wife. Go ahead. What happened to
No,
your
my
wife?
wife can see. My wife can look from my face. When United lose or win, very easy one. When United win, I can practically say yes to anything, shopping or what.
Yeah.
United lose, I just want to come home and just stone or Netflix, and it's a very this kind of face.
Mark's wife. If you're listening, you can go shopping if United win. A few more prayers and you'll be helping.
All right,
Emotional
guys.
blackmail.
Terrible. But guys, no worries. We will dive straight into the Palace game. But before that, Monday morning when I woke up, guys, the first thing in the trade, when I opened up Facebook, memes after memes after memes, guys. I wanted to deactivate Facebook. I wanted to delete my number of Kel. I think Kel would have bantered me like crazy.
I've sent you many.
Yeah, I would have
gifts
done.
and
But
emails.
guys, I'm going to pull up some interesting ones and just endure this, guys. Just endure this. All right, look at this. Kel, I let you handle this.
Isn't that Lindelof and Maguire before they did their hair before the game? Right, outside Old Trafford. There you can see. No, yeah, come on.
man.
This picture says it all, boys. What do you think? Really, looking at this, you just can't help but it's United defense all there in one picture.
Completely agree.
It was terrible.
And it is 100% true. Facts.
Awesome.
Amazing fan.
Let's see the next one.
If that was what, look at this. Alex Ferguson had enough of supporting United and he went to City.
Oh,
Can you
man.
guys believe this? This is
Oh,
atrocious.
man.
Next
Report
one,
the
guys.
picture.
Next one. Let's hit the next one. Liverpool signed Thiago and Jota. Tottenham
That's
signed
better.
Bale and Reguilon. Meanwhile, United, Kel,
Dude, he can't even wear his mask properly. What are we saying?
Yeah.
He can't listen to deals, I guess. That's why his ears are closed. He's like, what? What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know, Russ. I want to throw this to you, Russ. When you look at Ed Woodward, what do you feel? I don't know. What do you feel?
Anger. Anger. It's just, oh my God. It just boils your blood.
I know, right? Guys, remember at that time, where Ed Woodward's house was burned down, or I don't know, something like that, right?
No. It was under
Yeah.
threat.
Sect or something. Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
bastard should have
It's fake, it's
rotted
fake,
and
it's
burned
fake.
inside. Oh, that's fake.
Well,
It's
I won't
fake.
go to that
It's fake.
extent, but I think we should put that kind of pressure on again.
Tell me
That's
about
why-
it, man.
That's why United hire Neil Ashton from the Sun, you see, to deal with PR that's coming towards Glazers and Ed. That's why, to me, the Ed house attack was fake. The United fans are trying to do a real one soon already. Yeah, really.
They should.
Yeah,
They
they will.
should
They
be
will.
ready.
They're getting mad.
Let's check out the next one, guys.
What's the next one?
You can see Jurgen Klopp has spent 4 years. Got this again, building this team. They are going well now. Of course, I've said it many times. It's not going to be a quick fix. Kel, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I don't know. Manuel, what do you think? Looking at this, you agree with the because Liverpool will definitely, I guess, he's feeling the pain from the Liverpool being champions, winning Champions League, having the success they have now. Do you think it's something worth the faith in the Ole? Keeping the faith with him?
Yes, definitely. I think ever since I don't talk about Moyes' time because I know they are still they haven't get over yet. But I think since then we keep changing managers of the managers. I mean, we shouldn't be doing that. We should be trusting someone who can do the job, right? And if he can do the job, win or lose, we gotta stick by the manager, 100%.
Okay.
And I think Liverpool did that beautifully. They stick by Jurgen Klopp. And
Let's see.
and after 4 years, yeah, see. And after 4 years, I mean,
Interesting. We'll see. He's still got a bit of 2 years left, I would say. Give and take a bit more. So let's see.
I mean, he was a bit shaky against Leeds, but after that, I mean, once Thiago came in, I think things have gotten a bit lightened up for Liverpool fans. Now they can really enjoy their own team playing. But for us, United,
Not enjoyable for us.
Obviously, not enjoyable for us. Not enjoyable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think Fred. I think you're done talking, Fred. I think let's look at the last one. Hit it up, man. Hit it up. Look at this, Kel. I let you to handle this.
Yeah, he's here. Yeah, he's just on the right. Using okay, you got one of my favorite guys there, Charlie Sheen, Tiger Blood, winning, which is not what United is doing. The irony of this whole picture right now. But yeah, Fred, one guy sitting in the park. Where is he? What's happening? What's up with the United team? Let's just see, man. We'll go much deeper into this with you guys and look forward to hearing all your honest opinions on this.
Yes, guys. Before we head into the Palace statistics, before we hit it real hard with the Palace statistics, I think each and every one of you all really, really want to know what is it. But before that, let's check out the comments, guys. It's buzzing. It's being lit up. Let's just see what's happening. Oh, crap. Hell, what is this? He's cheating on unworried style. No, guys, no, come on.
I tell you, right, Joel, I've told you multiple times, stop putting things on the cloud. The
I
I don't
don't
hang, you
know,
didn't learn
man.
anything now.
This Hey Jude fella. Let's hit to the next
Jude,
one.
I have to find him.
Lord.
Right off the bat.
It keeps happening
Oh,
against
Yam.
team with defending low
It keeps
block.
happening against teams. So what is Yan saying here? Yan is saying it keeps happening against teams defending with a very low block. No risk taken to make an attempt through goal. So I
Chill
guess
lah,
he fell asleep
bro.
after.
Chill lah, bro.
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
interesting.
started off very chill.
Yep, not at all. I think he's fallen asleep already.
Let's look at the next comment.
Only one
Only
game.
one.
Too early to say. Katrina
Yes,
told.
Ted.
Wow.
Still early, Ted.
You know,
Still
okay,
early.
this way I chime in. I don't think it's too early. I think we're talking about 6 years or 7 years past Fergie that you guys have down. You know what I mean? Someone has to. You can't every season say it's too early. It's the first game, then get mediocre results at the end of it and accept it. This is not United. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I'm just
In
saying.
a
I'm just saying.
way, in a way.
I would say that in the early 90s when we started winning, we always had a slow start to the season and then we catched up and then we win at the end.
Yep.
But since then, football has changed. So now in this new era, you have this kind of like superhuman teams like Liverpool who can win all the games almost, and there's no stopping them, and they're like out of this world. They're not human at all. They have no flaws. So in this kind of context, I think then we can't take this one game as all it being too early. Although there is some fair judgment here, but still, you can't take.
Fair, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. I agree with you.
To me,
Two
I
sides to the story.
will. Yeah. So to me, I will judge on the Brighton game, the one after Luton. So we treat Luton like a preseason, right? So on the Brighton game itself, Brighton recently win Newcastle 3-0, right? So I'll use it as a test of character and whether the
Trust me,
players
guys.
are like match fit and thing.
We're gonna lose to Brighton as well. I think it's about 4-0. Next comment.
Well,
please.
we just judge from that game lah. To me,
I feel bad for my
I
boys.
feel
in
bad
camp.
for my boys in camp every time we lose a game. Tristan.
Oh, man.
Oh, Tristan.
Sweet of you, bro. I'm sure you feel bad as well. Next up. Let's see more comments coming in. Panas. Mayor.
Panas.
I mean,
Translation,
Usually
hot.
we'll have Mayor. We'll usually have Mayor on the show, but I think for today.
He looks
we'll
young in the
keep him
picture,
out.
by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably he's still counting the matches. Can remember the 164 games?
Yes, recording all 164 games and polishing the World Cup for Pele.
Kel, you got this. Alexander
Oi,
always.
Alexander Lee. Let's start the show rolling with the tribute song to the Manures. Sang to the tune of Madagascar. I like to lose it, lose it. I like to lose it, lose it. You like to?
Lose
When
it.
your friends go quiet. Lose it.
no,
I'm not,
you only
I'm not
can
making
sing
many
this.
friends on this show.
You only can sing this when you win a lot. But if your team don't win a lot, then what's the point, right? You can afford to lose, but can you afford to lose?
I like Alexander's thing. Keep calm and trust the process.
Yeah, he's trusting us at that process. Next up,
Yeah.
We
I
can't.
think we'll just couple.
Calvinder Single, where's your Jaeger?
Jaeger. Oh my God.
Foster's for now, I guess. We'll talk later. This guy, I know him for many years. He's always busting my chops. Take care, Hong.
Oh, Prem
Prem
Anand.
Anand.
Oh, it's a huge shout out to you, brother. Thank you. I missed the old 4-4-2 formation. I think this guy is still in the olden generation. No wonder he's sticking to 4-4-2.
I miss the 90s also.
We all miss the 90s, bro.
But guys, seriously, the 4-4-2 works always.
Yeah. It used to.
It used to, yes, but football, changed over the years. Yeah, even the youth.
With discipline, I say.
Correct.
With
Even the
discipline.
youth now, they're built to play 4-3-3 and 4-2-3-1.
We pop out will be a
4-2-2-4.
we pop out
Yeah?
will be a bit hard.
Yeah, no way, man.
Alright, let's look at the last two and then we'll dive into that, guys. That's the next one. Bro, I cannot take
I
it
cannot
now.
take it,
You hold on.
Same lah,
you
same
hold
here.
on. Hold on to this thought. We will come back to the Glazers. When we touch the Glazers, Matic, I want you to go crazy with the Glazers.
Yep.
I'll make sure the Glazers know it. All right, and the last comment before we take it up, guys.
United
will
will
be
be back
back.
eventually from Syed. Maybe not so
Eventually,
soon,
yeah.
but they will be back.
After 30 years.
I mean,
This
this guy is a
23
Liverpool
more
fan,
to
guys.
go. 23 more
This
to
guy's
go, guys.
definitely a
This
Liverpool
guy's a
fan.
Liverpool fan, or he's
Yeah.
playing the safest bet ever in history of football by
I
saying
know,
that.
right?
But hey, appreciate
Okay,
the
guys.
comments. Keep them coming,
Yeah,
guys.
appreciate the comments. Keep the comments going, just like what Kel said. Just keep flooding the comment. Kel, let's dive straight into the Palace game, man. Take it up, Kel.
Let's
Take
go
it up.
about that, guys. Okay, so like I mentioned before the start of the show, before the Palace game, was honestly 3 points. Was it a given for y'all?
Before the game, I wouldn't say so. I normally go
Yes or
into
no?
games
Simple. Yes or no?
50-50.
For me, no.
Okay,
50, you went for a draw.
Yes. Marginally, yes.
No.
Nah.
Okay. Joe, you wanna
Margin-
pull up the
For me, no.
lineup?
Say again?
So that was
For
before
me,
the game.
no,
Now, when you guys saw this lineup came out. Obviously, right, you guys saw this. Did any of your perceptions, thoughts, feelings change? From the draw to a win, from the win to a draw?
Yes, we did. Yes.
I think,
I
let's go with Mark. Mark, I want to know your input in this. When the lineup came out at 11:30 p.m. on Saturday, what were your thoughts in? I mean, look at the bloody lineup. I remember you telling me, "Fuck, we are doomed." What's happening? What was your thoughts on it, Mark?
last year we lost to Crystal Palace 1-2, right? And now
Yeah.
you look at this lineup, we look at the right side. Matome, James, Fosu Mensah,
Fosu
Lindelof.
Mensah. Yep.
Yeah. And you see now the difference is the right side got worse. And they can't even attack because of the lack of technical ability. And the centre-back pairing is the same. And now Zaha plays up front. With that pace, our centre-back pairing is doomed from the start already, actually. Yeah.
Okay. That being said, but Manuel, I just throw this to you. Look at your front four.
Yeah.
James, Fernandez, Rashford, Martial. A lot of pace, a lot of skill, a lot of guile. Definitely a goal or two, right?
No, not really. I'll be honest lah. You got the pace, you got the ability, you got everything, but we cannot score at the end of the day. I mean, what's the point? I mean, you got to put James in the lineup. I mean, I wouldn't mind Greenwood, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Ole has his tactics, and I mean, he chose this lineup for a reason. Like I say, he chose lineup for a reason. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say
Okay,
that.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Russ, I'm going to
Russ.
throw it to you, Russ. Yes. Lineup is one thing. If you were to look at the statistics, all right, Russ and Gaurav, I want you guys to chime in with your comments. We'll go with Russ first. If you were to look at the statistics, guys, all right, we were attacking throughout from the left-hand side. But if you look at the statistics, all right, possession-wise, we were dominating. We had the most number of shots. We had the most number of passes completed. We had everything more than Palace. But in the end, it was 3-1. Russ, what do you make of this?
It's typical. Actually, in the reverse fixture last season when we played Palace, I thought we were unlucky to lose on that day because we created a lot of opportunities. We had a penalty denied and we missed the penalty and all that. This game, I thought, we could play on for maybe 120 minutes and we still wouldn't get even close. We didn't create any clear-cut chances at all. I don't even remember one clear-cut chance that we created. And this is a team with Bruno Fernandes in the team. But I think it's also got to do with the players being rusty from not having much of a pre-season going into this game.
Well said, Russ. Well said. Gaurav, I'm going to throw you one question. The penalty, the game changer, bro. Did you think if the penalty did not happen, the retake did not happen, would United have made a comeback in that game?
I think we would have put on much more pressure because there's only one goal to come back from, but I didn't think that we could actually pull off a win. With Pogba giving the ball away, the passes were here and there. You all were showing the statistics that they were taking on the left hand side. I mean, Crystal Palace were coming at us with the counter attacks as well, and our fullbacks was really high. And Maguire and Lindelof both dumb and dumber, flashing here and there.
But
So, yeah.
sorry, just to chime in to you guys, Mark and Emmanuel, looking at where you see your team is playing, it's not gonna things like that don't happen over one game or two game, right? To get that entire discipline of maintaining your position, maintaining your shape against Palace. Now, moving forward, Luton and maybe a game's ahead, do you think this is going to happen, or do you think Ole can get the tactics, switch it in a different formation, put in different players? What are your thoughts, boys?
No, to me, why I look towards the Brighton game is because actually looking at our players, right, most of them started training on Monday. Then even Greenwood after the Iceland game, right, he was training in isolation. So actually there was really no preseason for this game. So actually everything went wrong. Like even Ole's team selection, and on top of that, even the lack of preseason for our players. So that's why I say look at the Brighton game. Then that's when there'll definitely be improvement there. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, interesting inputs from the four of you guys. But fellas, don't you think?
Charger.
All right. I think it's been how many years? How many years since Ole has been board, guys? A couple of years. I think it's been a couple of years since Ole is on board.
Yep.
Three years maybe about there.
3 years, right? 3 years. Time and time again, we have always been giving excuses like what I think the comments we saw it's the first game. It's pretty much early, but I think we have seen it against Sevilla. We have seen it against after the restart where
even building up.
Yep.
Even building up to the Sevilla game, you saw that 1-0, 2-1 against lesser opponents.
Don't you think that the tactics were wrong, man? Gaurav, let's start off with you, bro. Don't you think Ole's tactics is just a little bit off?
I think is always his lineup. Whoever he chooses as first 11 is always weird. But leading up to the towards when he got Bruno, I think I like the way United was playing. So I think I will still prefer Ole in the long run. It's the company structure that needs to change in our club.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you're keeping faith with Ole and his tactics and what he's gonna do.
Yes, if you have Maguire, if you're buying Maguire as a centre back, if you've seen him play on the Crystal Palace game, you must be wondering how does he cost 80 million pounds and how is he our captain?
Hmm.
Just like that, De Gea should be our captain, despite
De Gea.
him playing badly.
Okay, interesting.
My God.
I think
Guys,
I
Sorry,
think
guys.
your
Raj, before you
comment-
say something, just a
Yeah.
side note, guys. Gaurav is actually the pretty chill guy that comes out laughing and chilling out. Today, the demon is out. I love you, Gaurav. Raj, take it away, Raj. Take it away.
Yeah. I mean, on your comments on Ole, I think it's a bit harsh because I think we should have beaten Sevilla. That was just one of those days where we had so many shots and the keeper was playing a game of his life. So that was right. It's just that the personnel is missing. The quality in terms of players we have, the players to be brought on as cover or to be brought on as substitutes, maybe that's a bit lacking right now in certain parts of the team. I could feel not every part, but just certain parts.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
Understood,
Yeah, so-
understood.
Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see whether you get guys agreeing with you, keeping with Ole, getting his tactics. Tristan Lowe.
Tristan Lowe.
Yeah, that's
Hi, brother.
repeating what I'm saying. Can't keep saying early days in my opinion. We came in third last season and we regressed. How does that even work? How does a team finish third, start the season with a right side full of championship players? Ooh.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So he
True,
said
true,
we came
true
in third.
fact.
So he's a United fan.
Oh.
He's a United fan as well.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I
Agree?
think we're gonna give this up to someone. I think Mark, I'm not gonna let you down. That's your brother.
Yeah.
Gaurav, Raj, I think you're pretty old school. Emmanuel, tell us, a bloody Manchester United team with
Uh-huh.
championship players. I mean, are you kidding me, man? We are the Red Devils, and we are having championship players. The entire right side. What is this all about?
He's actually wrong. We don't have championship players, but we play like championship players. That is the side note of that. He's not wrong about being championship players, but it's just that we are playing like a championship side. Like as if we are not going to score 4-5 goals against Leeds, against like those championship sides. I'll be honest lah. United is gonna be United all the way. We're gonna come in, we're gonna force it in your throat, we're gonna shove it in, and we're gonna show you who we are. At the end of the day. But I mean, Tristan is not wrong, buddy. We have a side full of championship players who play like a championship side, and if we don't step up right now, even a team like Brighton is gonna eat us up. So I'm still not worried yet. Not say it's too early. It isn't early because we need players right now. We need them fast and quick. And if you're not gonna put in the work, then
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be going down all the way right now.
Okay, so you're saying it's not a championship team or just it's not a bunch of championship players. They're just playing like they're a championship team, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
can smell the charcoal burning. I can smell the intensity coming up. I think we gotta give it more. Come on, guys. The ones doing the comments. I need more. Let's just say wretched comments coming in, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Still no proper
Still no proper
signing.
signing.
Mine is well signed. Safari, Rashid. Cheap.
Oh,
Too cheap.
too cheap.
Too
That's
cheap.
too cheap, bro.
Yeah.
Next up.
I would like Safawi to go elsewhere.
Fazli Alves.
Fazli Alves. Thank you, my brother. Start Matic. With Matic, you win possession and also keep possession. That's
Yeah.
a nice comment to say, bro.
Very point.
Mark, I'll let you chime in with the comments on that. Start out with Matic. We have given a 3 years contract for a guy that's, how old is he? 30, 31, 32?
30,
somewhere around that.
31. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 31. A 3 years contract. That guy severely lacks pace. but his understanding of football, his understanding of the pitch, is pitch perfect, Mark. But
Correct.
at times you still see Matic. He is definitely going to be outpaced by a midfielder that's pacey. Do you feel that no, we should be starting Matic every game?
No, actually, we need to manage Matic minutes. That's why Matic also retired from the Serbian national team. Based on what Fali said on starting Matic, right? Earlier, I said that Matic started training only on Monday. So maybe Ole didn't want to start Matic because of the lack of the match fitness. Fred also started training on Monday. That's why he also don't want to put Fred at the back. So actually for Matic itself, right, you have to manage his minutes. He's not a guy who can play one game every 3 days. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't think I'm seeing him tomorrow as well. I'm seeing him against the Brighton game. That would be very pivotal. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What's the next comment? What would you have? Okay, it's a good one. Johannes Django. Nice name. Look, we've got a bad preseason. It's not rocket science. We're going to have the results. Harry almost goes to jail. Mason case. Pogba coronavirus. The Sevilla loss still hurts the players. And come on. Other teams play more friendly than us. Team morale and fitness is shit now.
Exactly. On
Yeah,
point.
Gaurav, you
He
believe
summarized
100%?
everything.
Yeah, it's
Does that
summarized.
summarize everything that's wrong with United?
Gaurav, go for
Yes,
it.
and we still have Champions League to consider, so we don't want players injured. We can't afford to have it now. And then our transfer season is not going really well. There's so many players that are coming out, and then it's being taken by other teams. So by October, we probably get our team ready by then.
October. How many points will you drop by then?
Oh, quite a lot.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Raz,
I'll
I just
stand
point
with
to
the
Raz.
struggle.
All the way. Raz, I just point this to you. Looking at Harry almost goes to jail, Mason Case, Pogba. I mean, the first two that stick out, because you're an old school United fan. So you grew up in the Roy Keane area, the era of discipline, hard work, go for it, knuckle down.
Yep.
Harry almost goes to jail, Mason Case. Is this a sign of how United has lost that steel, that hardcore iron that used to be formidable with the Keane era and moving forward past that?
I guess it's also got to do with the media coverage because I think back in those days also players did get into some shenanigans and all that, but it just get covered up, or we didn't get as much media coverage of it. Yeah, of course, in my time when I was a supporter, you have the very well known Cantona Kung Fu kick. He doesn't get better than that. So it was always something that happened. But I guess in some cases here, like in Harry Maguire's case, I think he might have been unlucky. It might have been an episode of locked up abroad. So he might have been shooting for that.
Okay, interesting.
Mason, young fellow, happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Pogba also unlucky.
Torturous.
I agree. I just hope it's not the start of your story for the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets
I
from
think-
bad
I get it.
to
Yeah.
worse.
Guys,
Yeah.
I think, fellas, I think the icing on the cake was just Harry's Greek shenanigans. He getting to court. I think our bloody captain ends up going to Greek, fighting, and gets in court and gets in trouble. And you know what, guys? The shitty part is our third kid looks like a bloody prison jail shirt. That was what really couldn't win. Let's comment with more comments, guys. The next one.
Tristan
Mr. Low.
again. It was 3 points until the United admin posted that dreadful lineup. So he's answering the first question. He was obviously hopeful for 3 points.
Lacking
Oh.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Oh, Kel, I think this is definitely a talking point, Kel. Go for it.
Wang Heng-so lacking Edub. Yeah, what happened? Where is he? You buy players a season, 2 seasons
He-
ago, timeline disappeared. Where
He
is he?
came back good from preseason, was given extended rest, so I think he had a quarantine and all that, so he wasn't fit. I mean, when I looked at that starting lineup, I kind of understand why he made certain selections, because I don't think Wan-Bissaka was fit. I don't think Mason Greenwood was fit. Even I
Yes.
think maybe in Mason Greenwood's case, maybe he was mentally not there yet. So that's probably why he didn't start. But it's just that the lack of quality in cover that we have, that's what let us down. Daniel James, I don't think is that bad. It's just he needs to find it in himself to bring out the best of his performance. And I think it's got to do a bit with the coaching as well to get it out of him. Because he started last season very well. Then he lost his way. He got burned down and lost his way. And since then, he's lost his way.
Yeah, but I'm just
Okay.
wondering, you're paid £100,000 a week your fitness and all shouldn't be something you maintain and get out there and get
on.
going? I'm just wondering because you're looking. Think about if I paid you 150,000 pounds a week,
Yep.
you don't tell me you'll be on the treadmill twice a day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's like
No, I'm
the reason.
I'm sure the players are keeping fit on their own because we follow them on Instagram. I think we've seen videos of them keeping fit on their own and all. But it's a different thing keeping fit on your own in terms of fitness and keeping fit for a football game and to last 90 minutes. And the whole football training is completely different from just fitness work.
There are not much leaders nowadays in football anyway, so you don't see players train hard enough as players as before.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, you don't need to talk about training hard. You look at Matami, he trained so hard, but he's still so useless. Matami trained the hardest. You see his Instagram, but look at how he play. What's the point, right? Yeah.
You
Look at the talent.
trains for the 30-second video, then he just shuts off and chills after that. You'll be surprised.
That's
You never
why
know,
Jose
huh?
loves him. Yeah, he shows the hard work.
Kev, check out the next comment, Kev.
So by Kevin Dos Santos, Guendouzi does the same job as Matic and has many more playing years ahead. Interesting. He would nicely slot. He would slot in nicely at United.
I think he's an Arsenal fan.
Wow. Guys,
Another
I mean,
Fellaini.
honestly, yeah, he might turn out to be another Fellaini.
Fellaini
I don't know,
wasn't
man.
he had goals in Royal as well. I mean, I'm not defending the guy. I don't know him personally, but there are certain games where he popped up and scored one or two important goals, right? So I'm just saying. And
Legend, man. He
How?
was a legend. I mean, he had his
I
fair
think-
share. I mean,
Yeah,
Fellaini had his Fellaini had his fair share of tricks. I mean, me and my brother knows lah. Whenever Fellaini plays, it's a joke. But the man can play. The man can step up in big times, you know. But I don't think Guendouzi will slot nicely United. Depending on whether the fella can play at Old Trafford, you know, with that iron face, you know what I'm saying, with staying in the back with their back four and making sure he does the job well, you know. Because nowadays everybody just wants to go and score. Nobody wants to do the dirty job, you know. And I think that's
fair enough.
that's the art of it, you know. You see the likes of Vidic and Rio, the other guys are doing the dirty job, you know. And I think they're
All right.
What do you think?
I think this guy is probably an Arsenal fan. He's trying to sell Guendouzi or show.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that the guy Santos, he could be unworried. I think maybe that fella is trying to do a catfish to us. I think he's just trying to sell Arsenal players. I think Arsenal needs money, man. I mean, come on, they're trying to buy Thomas Partey as well, right?
Exactly.
Let's check out this comment. Alexander Lee. If Man U's really not gonna spend on a centre back, they will be foolish to sell Smalling. Smalling is definitely a better centre back than Lindelof and equal to the overrated Maguire. My goodness, guys, I don't want to be a host today. I want to be the guest. If there's one word I hate in regards to Manchester United, that is Chris bloody Smalling.
I think he will regret his comment now if you brought him back.
Gaurav, what do you think of this, Gaurav? Would you ever play Smalling?
I mean, if Smalling comes back, it become worse. Italian league is much more slower.
Yes. Well said.
Mark,
You wish you had Lindelof back.
I can sense you're trying to say something, man. I mean, Smalling is your favorite player, no? You've always told me about Smalling, the love that you shared with him. Tell us about it, bro.
The thing about Smalling, he averaged one mistake per game.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Smalling, right? He has pace. Smalling has pace, but it's that one mistake per game that's very dangerous. And he's very poor from the back. That's why Ole from the start, right? He really wanted to get rid of Smalling. And and Ole is definitely not taking Smalling back. Smalling now he's training individually already because Ole wants him to leave. It's about our board getting him to Roma because Paulo Fonseca already said publicly that he wants Smalling. Yeah. And like Gucci already said, Smalling is very in tune to the Serie A, slow pace, no pressure. Smalling, if Liverpool press Smalling, right, we'll suffer because if he pass back to the header, they will keep clearing the ball. Then Fabinho in midfield will definitely win the header.
Yes, that's on point because Liverpool play on such a high press.
Yes. I think on Smalling, I watched Serie A as well. So even in Serie A, he's making mistakes. It's not like he's fantastic or what. You know, he's got games where he plays well, and games where he has made mistakes and it's cost Roma points and is not that great. I would put him on par with Lindelof, but when you're talking about centre backs, I think the most obvious one is Eric Bailly. He's there. Play him.
Yes, play him.
Russ,
Yes,
Russ,
that
I
is
want
right.
you to repeat that phrase again, Russ. What is he doing in Serie A? Smalling is making what?
Mistakes at Roma as well. Yeah.
And they are saying that Smalling is going to start for us. Come on, Alexander Lee. I've got huge respect and love for you, my brother. But no way Smalling is going to be starting for us, let alone he's going to be seen in a United shirt again. Guys, we look at one last comment. One last comment. One last comment.
He's probably a Liverpool fan. He wants us to concede more.
Son of Aphrodite. Ole has been a manager since 2008, have no results to show. If this was City, Chelsea, Liverpool, etc., who has a manager in the management since 2008 but produced these results, y'all would crucify him. I would not say Liverpool. I would not say Liverpool. I would not say City because we don't know what the situation is like. We've not seen that. But with Chelsea, it definitely is. Speaking from a Chelsea fan, Solskjaer wouldn't last like that long. And there's a reason behind that, right? I'm just saying. So do y'all think that maybe it's patience? Too much of patience? Or are y'all not being ruthless enough with him for now?
I don't know what this guy means by no results to show, but he's.
I think maybe he's in terms of cups, maybe trophies.
Yeah, I mean, this last season where we lost in the semi-finals of 3 cups, I always thought to myself that if that was Jose Mourinho, we'd have been in 3 finals for sure.
Yep.
Whether we have won those finals or not, I'm not too sure. We might have, but I'm sure we'd have won that. So Solskjaer himself got to take that next step up and build that ruthless winning mentality. And that's why I feel the United team needs some players with experience in vital areas to bring that winning mentality into the dressing room, on the pitch. That is what is lacking in that team right now.
Interesting you see that because Jose once said, right, that taking United to second and winning the UEFA was his biggest achievement in club football.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about as well.
I think second Mourinho was a big mistake in the first place.
Huge mistake, right? Okay, guys,
huge mistake.
Let's hit up the next agenda, guys. I mean, yes, second Mourinho was a huge mistake. Ole is doing this. I mean, we have been speaking a lot about the managers, but in reality, guys, I want to give you guys, the 4 of you, a reality check. Looking at the paper, on paper, all right, we have De Gea. We have a right back, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Bruno, Pogba, let's just put it as Van de Beek, all right? We have Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford. On paper, on FIFA, this team is definitely going to bulldoze every team on paper. Definitely. I mean, looking at it, on paper, definitely any team would be afraid to challenge United. But none of this is happening. Russ, I want you to take up this, Russ. Are the players actually doing enough for Ole? I mean, are the players actually playing for United, or are they just playing for the sake of the wages? And it's like, hey, you know what? I play and I don't play. At the end of the day, I still get paid 100K, 150 per week. Russ, talk to me about this, bro.
I think it's a matter of mentality, because the thing that I fear most about this United is the lack of consistency. Because we've seen when we play, really good teams, like last season we beat City home and away. We played them 4 times. We won them thrice. We had a good game against Liverpool at home, and some other big games as well. Chelsea, we beat them thrice. We lost the most important one, but we won them thrice. But that was that. And so we've shown that we can perform in big games. It's that mentality, the mentality to keep this consistency going week in, week out against your so-called bread and butter teams. That is what is lacking, and that's why I feel that we need these players in the team that have the experience of winning trophies, winning titles, have that relentless pursuit to keep winning and winning and winning. We are lacking that.
Russ, sorry to cut you in there. I think it's not that, but honestly, when I look at this United from the outside perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, it's discipline. It just seems like you've got the lack of discipline across the board, with players putting on, like, on the pitch, off the pitch, discipline not being addressed, not having someone there telling them, cut this crap out, get your game in, do this, do that. Then, like, you're missing someone. I would say, not comparing I know it's apples to oranges, but like a Scholes like personality, not the player, the personality, where he or she, he does his job and doesn't get involved in all this other stuff. I know social media, everything is prime right now, but do you think that's a major thing about discipline United for you guys? What do you think?
You asking me? I don't think so, because I think the game has changed. That's the problem. If we were winning, I don't think we'll have this conversation today. It's just that I think the players in other clubs,
Fair
you go PSG and all the players are all in on their Instagram, and they're hyping up big time on social media and doing other stuff outside football. The players are getting more intelligent, that they're preparing for life outside football now. So that's why they're
Okay.
doing all this other stuff. But it's just a matter of, I still feel it's got to do with the mentality of the consistency, winning it game after game.
Interesting.
And are the
I mean,
players expecting to?
Kel, sorry to cut you in, Kel. I mean, definitely what he said about discipline is a top-notch quality. I mean, without discipline, we can't do anything. Mark,
Yeah.
these days, those days when we were watching football, I think Ferguson actually had restrictions of a certain country you can't go for a preseason. I mean, if you want to take a break, you take a break in England. You stay at home and you do things here. You're not allowed to travel much. But these days, I see players heading to Greece. They're heading to
Dubai.
I forget Laos, something. There's another. I mean, they're going to their partying and all. Mark, so talk to us about, is there a discipline in this United team?
Discipline. I won't talk much about discipline, but I'll talk about freedom. Like you see, AWB, he went to Dubai against the club wishes. So when he came back, he had to quarantine. Then since he had to quarantine, right, he didn't have a good preseason. And the past Ferguson, right, he really restricts his players to like what time you even sleep. There's no partying. If you watch the United documentary, right, I forget it was Giggs when he was a kid. When the seniors brought Giggs out to a party after winning the title, right, Ferguson came in through the door and said, "What are you guys doing here? You're supposed to be at home." And he caught all of them. And the next day, right, at the club, he really scolded everyone. And that was from Giggs. Giggs mentioned this before, that Ferguson really instilled a very strong discipline. But now this generation of footballers, you don't talk much about discipline anymore. You instill that sort of discipline like what Mourinho does. Some of them will just go out the door straight away. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, you said discipline. Gaurav, throw this to you. If Solskjaer or whoever the management and the whole as a team says, guys, don't go here, don't go there, but you still go and do it and come back without repercussions and without fear, doesn't it show a lack of respect to OGS? Are they not fearful of him? Do they not be bothered with what he has to say?
I mean, he's not Sir Alex Ferguson. He doesn't have the intimidating factor to him, so he can't try to be like Sir Alex. It's a different era of football, so how players are living now is totally different. It has to be managed in a different way.
Fair enough, and
So,
especially with their
yeah.
social media and stuff and what they post and what they do.
Yeah. Before that, there wasn't social media. No, nothing was known. You see, everything now. Everything you can see through like Snapchat and stuff. You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, but don't you? I mean, there has to be some kind of discipline. There has to be some kind of rules and regulation you follow in a club.
I completely
I'm not
agree.
saying, and I give you an example. If you work in a company and your boss is like, dude, don't do this, don't do that, and you go and do it and you come back, you without fear, and then you know that you are not going to get fired, no one's going to touch you, there's no respect. So that point, which I think in the players I know he can't do a Mourinho or Alex, I understand that, but there has to be some kind of discipline, some kind of respect across? Or do we need to bring Roy Keane in to manage these kids now?
For me, it's tough to say. It's tough to
No, anyone
handle.
across the board, anyone.
I mean, if you want to bring Roy Keane, our boys wouldn't last long. Wouldn't last 1 minute on the field.
I mean, with Roy Keane also, with management, he didn't do really well.
Yep.
How about a Roy
With
Keane
other
OGS
clubs.
partnership? You think that will work for the team?
Oh, most
Possibly,
definitely.
but Roy Keane will step over his head. You see, he won't. Roy Keane wouldn't listen to Ole with anything. He would just
Alright,
take over the whole club.
Fellas,
Fair enough.
Hold that thought for a moment. We have incoming comments coming in hot and sizzling. Guys, this is, I want to throw this to Gaurav. Would you guys consider Ole one of the top 10 managers in world football? 3 semi-final defeats seems to be an indication that he doesn't have something extra required to win. Gaurav?
No, but if he can get the players if he can, work with the board to get the correct players and the correct amount, and try and get something this season, I think he's on his way there.
All
So you're
right,
giving him
Iman?
this season?
Yeah,
Are you giving him
giving
this season to prove it?
the full this full season for him
Okay.
to prove himself.
It's good.
Manuel,
Iman, what
what's
do you
your
think
take?
about this comment?
Yeah, like I stand with Gaurav. He's not the top 10 manager in world football yet, but he will be if the board support him with the players that he needs. Because they are not supporting him, he wants the players, but he's not getting the players. And I'll be honest. I'll be honest. When I see Ole, he is quiet. He is, very quiet. They call him the baby face assassin. But I think we shouldn't. I think we. There's one match where he shot at Lingard, and he says, "You do that one more time, I will pull you off." And I think that shows a man with a very quiet demeanor that when he is quiet, you don't want to mess with a quiet person. Like you don't want to mess with him, right? So, like I understand that, but the thing is, Ole has to bring that out. He has to bring that demon out. I know that he's a manager for United and he can be a top 10 manager, but if he doesn't bring that out and he doesn't score his players, like how Bielsa scored, and just
Well said.
scores a shot.
Fair enough. Well said, Iman. Well said. Let's check out another comment. I think that will be the last comment.
Yep. Glazers
Kel.
need to sell the club by Rizwan Ahmed. Sorry. Glazers need to sell the club or move Woodward from footballing decisions. I'm a fan of Ole, but tactically he doesn't seem to have improved. I'm not Ole out, but this season is his make or break. So
Exactly.
Mark,
Yeah, exactly.
Ross is
Spot on.
exactly. Mark, what do you think?
I'm not judging Ole until he gets back from the board. Not judging him at all. Today, I won't even judge this season unless he get back. Sign Sancho and Teles, then I'll judge him this season. Because he's not getting what he wants. So I'm not. If he's not getting what he wants, I really can't judge him fairly, right?
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
And yeah, he has
Fair
a
enough.
bunch of championship players on the right side. You want me to judge him? Yeah, that's the thing.
Russ, what do you think of this?
I think he got it spot on. And like what Mark said, it's tough to judge Ole now because if he's not getting backed, you can even put Jurgen Klopp as manager of Manchester United. If he don't get backed by the board, he will also struggle, and we'll be talking about, Jurgen Klopp has lost it. You can put Pep Guardiola, and we'll still talk about the same thing. Pep Guardiola has lost it. But if you don't get backed by the board and you don't get players that you want, you are going to struggle. Any manager will struggle.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And Woodward is a dumbass. He doesn't know anything about football. So
Yeah.
to try and work with him is very hard. I'm sure Mourinho hated Woodward, and look where he got himself being sacked.
Okay.
So Ole has to tread carefully. He doesn't want to lose the United job because he loves United so much. So you have to work with a dumbass. It's going to take time. Yeah.
Let's see.
After the game against Palace, I think Solskjaer looked a bit pissed off. He looked very pissed off. He looked like us. He looked like one of us. That shows how much he was inside.
You know what, you guys, your thoughts are awesome. We love that. Comments fantastic. But let's see what people are saying as well on social media. What is the word on the street? What's happening? What's buzzing? Joe, what do we have?
The Glazers
Ooh.
cannot hide anymore. Biggest mistake hiring a legend as a manager and not backing him. Ole has not publicly called them out. Sack him and all the fans will be hounding them. Hashtag Glazers out. Ooh. Russ.
Ouch.
Russ. How are
Russ,
you
what do you
taking
think?
this, Russ?
Yeah, completely. I completely agree with that. No, nothing else to say. Just completely agree with that. You don't take him out.
Let's
But-
take a look
sorry,
at
guys.
the next one, guys.
Go ahead. With all due respect, Ole was a super sub, and so should be a super manager, interim or ad hoc. Fair enough. So it's like a sub manager. The way
Yep.
he sits staring at monitor when team play clueless and sloppy sums it all up. Lost. No urgency, even winning. The seated Hodgson show better urgency. Pochettino is still available.
Ooh, we are back to Poch.
Poch,
Gaurav.
top 10 manager. He's definitely up there for now.
I think it'd be a big mistake if you can Pochettino, because he would just be changing everything we worked for the past 2 seasons.
But wouldn't that be something you need? Because given the past 2
No,
seasons,
we
the
wouldn't need
results have not
Pochettino.
shown.
What else we want for Pochettino? Pochettino didn't do well when he was doing at Spurs, when he when he got sacked at that time, and he's only he didn't bring on the right players. So what makes you think he will bring on the right players for United?
But didn't Pochettino get them to the Champions League final with the Spurs that no one thought
Did they
was
win
it?
it? They didn't win it, right?
Maybe it's fate. No, but he got them there, and he got a mediocre Spurs side with 2 or 3 key players pushing up. That I'm just putting out there because if Solskjaer is not giving you all results, do you all think maybe Pochettino top 10 manager for now should come in?
Honestly, I don't think Pochettino will be back at square one, and then it'll be the same old story again. And then we'll be if it's not Pochettino, it'll be someone else. And then it'll be another person. I guess we just have to stick to Ole at this moment. It's a make or
All
break
right.
season for him. If not, we have to
Love the
look for
passion.
someone.
Love the passion. Love the passion. Joe, what's next?
What's next? Oh, correct. Lindelof keeps costing the team, and the coach keeps having faith in him. Give Bailly a chance and work on his confidence, and we are good to go. Okay, Kel, I've been hearing this a lot. Give Bailly a chance. Give Bailly that. Give Bailly that. In that one game, I just can't remember. I can't remember the team that we played against. He came in as a second half substitute, and I think within less than 1 minute, he considered a penalty.
Against Bournemouth. Yeah. Against
Bournemouth.
Is it? Yeah, against Bournemouth. Yeah, we were actually comfortably leading. I mean, first half was blissful, and then boom, he came in and shit happened. Gaurav, I mean, would you rather start Bailly instead of Lindelof?
Yes, definitely. I think if you have seen the past matches with Bailly and Maguire, even though Maguire is shit, they both have looked decent at the back, especially with Chelsea, the Chelsea game when we won them 2-0. They look
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah. I think that
Mark.
point where you're talking about Bailly making a mistake, I think that was more, I think Matic or someone who played
Matic played the pass. Yeah, I remember.
The pass play was terrible. So he tried his best to control it and prevent a corner and ended up giving away a penalty. So that was hard.
I think Bailly makes their whole defense better. I remember Mourinho made Smalling and Bailly the centre back, the starting centre back, and I never seen Smalling played better in his whole career. And I think Bailly was the factor that made that whole defense structure because he was so versatile. He's very fast, he's strong, and I mean,
he's aggressive.
I still don't understand why they don't want to put. Yeah, I don't understand why they want to put Lindelof instead of Bailly.
So across the board, Bailly, from one Bailly to all the other Baillys out there, you want you all across the board, Ross another Bailly. I'm just like, so across the board, Bailly over Lindelof any day.
Yeah,
any day.
Kel, but the thing is, I think I'm going to trigger Tristan in this. They call Lindelof the Iceman. So, he's going to be calm and cool. He's not going to be clumsy and rash like Bailly. So maybe that is why Ole sticks with him. Tristan, no love lost. I still love him, my brother. But Iceman, any day, maybe. You never know. Let's look at the next one.
Let's see.
Ooh, speaking of the devil. Lindelof
Ricky Gervais.
fuck all in the first half. My goodness, guys. Mark, I want you to talk us through. I think that was the worst first half I've ever seen him. Besides the Sevilla game.
For Lindelof, actually, you watched the Sweden game. He got dropped for the game against Portugal after conceding a penalty for France to Marcel. Yeah. Then the next game against Portugal, Lindelof got dropped because his partner Pontius Janssen played. And
so Lindelof fouled Martial for the penalty.
Yeah.
Yes. Griezmann missed the penalty. Griezmann missed the penalty. And that's how bad it's Lindelof. From the Sevilla game, he got exposed to the internationals. Then after he translated onto the Crystal Palace game. And I think last season, Lindelof got exposed by Southampton twice. Jan Vestergaard, the tall centre back. Remember they scored the goal when we were 10 men at St. Mary's. I can remember all the goals that he considered in my mind because it's that bad. He cost Ole the first trophy. So I think Ole remembered that. Yeah.
So if Lindelof is so bad, why is he starting? Where's Bailly? Ras? Where's other defenders? If he's that bad, don't you guys should change the system to support his weakness, address it? Should Ole have done that?
Yeah, he should. I think this part deserves some criticism because I'm not sure what Ole sees in Lindelof and why is he playing Lindelof. Maybe Lindelof has got some dirty videos of Ole. That's why Lindelof every week. But I really
Some
don't.
Scandinavian stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because you see, I'm just from the outside, like I said, looking at it. Lindelof, everyone has this thing against it, but you don't see Ole addressing the tactics to hide his weakness. So I'm just wondering, is there no one else there, or just put Lindelof for the sake of putting it?
Only trust his players. That's simple. He trusts his players. He trusts his defense. He trusts his fullback to the point where he had to put Maguire as captain. But the thing is, when you trust a player and he's playing that bad and you keep putting him all over again, I think that's on Ole's fault practically. That's not on anyone's fault. It's Ole's fault because if you trust a player and you trust him to do the job and he doesn't, and you still keep putting him and not disciplining him, then it's Ole's fault because he doesn't want to play Bailly, who is a better defender, who can make Maguire not a fridge, but a bloody defender who can move his hips and feet more versatilely.
So are y'all saying across that Ole is soft? Ole is too soft, letting them do just. Like he doesn't take the address to the discipline, that hard iron in him to be like, I'm dropping you and putting this other young kid in to test him and give him a shot. Do you think he's just too soft? He just accepts it as it is?
Yeah, probably. I think like Sir Alex, he trusts players, but if you're not playing well, that's it. You're dropped and someone else gets your place. So that if you've got to play well to keep your place. I think Solskjaer at the moment has kept it a bit comfortable for the players. They kind of know who's going to go into the first 11, and as such, there isn't that push to play well, play better. And if they know that if I don't play well, never mind, I'm still going to start next match. So I think that's why he's soft there. But on the other hand, he has also lacked some quality to be able to make changes.
Good point. I see the heads nodding of Gaurav and Mark. We all agree with that statement as well.
Yeah, but I think we should have better transfers. Like instead of focusing on Sancho, we need a proper centre back. Sancho can come later on.
Okay.
Mark certainly disagrees whenever we say we can have Sancho later. I mean, Mark.
I still remember Mark says now or never.
Yeah, it's now or never. Really, this window or never. When Barca comes in and Real Madrid comes in, right, Sancho will be very expensive.
Yep. Even PSG. Don't forget about them.
Yeah, even PSG. Yeah.
Let's
put one more. Let's put one more up. Sorry, let's put one more image up. Let's see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is okay, Joe. Joe, you put this.
All yours. My case, Lindelof. Thanks, man. I think that kind of sums up his performance, his career as a defender of Manchester United, guys. But guys, we were speaking of Ole being soft. We were speaking, is he not too hard on the players? Is there a reason why the Glazer family has taken full control of this particular club? Kel, chime on me this one.
Yeah, so everyone blames the Glazers, okay, and I give you guys credit. You guys defend Ole till the ends of the earth, and you guys have faith in him. You can see I was just trying to get little spites from you guys, and you guys were hardcore defending Ole and his tactics. Fair enough, respect. That's what a fan does for the club. He loves you. Wear that badge for a reason. I'm just wondering, everyone's making issues with Glazers, but correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't they spent close to £850 million on transfers, bringing players that are asked for here and there? And you think about it from that perspective of a business. I give you £850 million to invest and I don't get results. Are the Glazers really the bad guys here? Or is it a bigger issue?
I think it's a structural issue because first of all, you spend that money on players and all, but a lot of times when Ed Woodward was new, a lot of it was spent on players. They overpaid for players. So you going in very late into the transfer market, you panic, you spend a lot on a player that should have been bought for much lesser. So because of that,
seeing the same now? Think the same thing happening now. You see United holding back, fighting that.
Whichever clubs we negotiate with, they kind of know United has the money. It's just they're now a bit more prudent in spending that money. So they're just trying to play the long game and drag it. That's why Harry Maguire cost £80 million. God, I mean, you think about it. If Harry Maguire cost £80 million today, Paolo Maldini, I don't know how much he will cost.
And also the fact that they bought United and put them in depth. as of I think they're 400, I think close to 500 million right now.
Yes,
In
right.
debt, right?
And I think it all started also when we sold Cristiano Ronaldo. We sold Cristiano Ronaldo. We was a record transfer fee at that time,
Mhm.
and that money wasn't reinvested into the squad. We bought in Valencia, Michael Owen, Gabriel
Bebe,
Bertan,
Bebe,
Bebe.
Bebe.
So it
Not
was
Sir Alex's finest hour.
Hey,
so in those years after we lost Cristiano Ronaldo, I think those were Sir Alex's best years because he had mediocre players, but he still got them to win the league and win trophies. Got into the Champions League final even, which was an amazing achievement from Sir Alex. But from there, actually, you can see where the Glazers have been suddenly not investing that money that you get from transfers into the club, and then now you hire a person like Ed Woodward, who's clearly has shown he's ineffective in negotiating transfers, and we still got him there. So that's why we are all Glazers out.
Yeah.
hold that thought, fellas. Hold that thought.
AKA
thought.
dumbass.
Let's bring out the revenue chart, guys. Let's bring the revenue chart out. Kel.
So look at it. United, no matter what we say on the pitch, off the pitch, this guy has gotten you guys endorsement deals and money
Yeah.
flowing in from the back. And I've seen advertisements with De Gea holding Nissin noodles. Okay, you go to Thailand, there's tons of United. So the money is coming in, the revenue is flowing in. Is that? I don't think there's no money in the transfer kitty. Definitely there is money. There is
Yeah.
money. If they're doing this for the club, what's lacking is that communication from Solskjaer to the Glazers, that trust of Glazers giving Solskjaer, whoever the managers were, money to invest. Where's that disconnect that's happening? Because you can't have, if United were in the bottom of the revenue and struggling with, okay, you understand, pushing out deals to get that cheapest deal possible. But seeing how you guys are the kings of marketing and pushing your brand and agenda out, where's the disconnect? Ras, Gucci, Mark, Emmanuel.
There is no
This-
disconnect.
this
I'll be
disconnect
honest. Sorry. Ras, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ras. Go ahead, shoot.
I think for me, there is a disconnect. Forgive me. There is a disconnect. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they are businessmen, right? They make revenues, they get the cash, they be happy, they go home, sleep with the money, and the next day they get the money again. So that is the business point of view that they are looking at. They don't wanna. They know what it's like to feel like a fan. Like. But I always dream of what if I wake up and I was Ed Woodward. I would definitely get the players that I need. And I want to make this club the way it's supposed to be. And we can go all out, win Champions League, have a three-peat, like Michael Jordan and the Bulls, win everything that is possible, But at the end of the day, they are businessmen. And I think Glazers, what they did in the National Football League, let's move. Let me move there. They bought
go
one.
ahead.
They got in one of the most fine players. I think my brother knows this player, Tom Brady, who has won 6 rings with the New England Patriots. And he bought his ass to Tampa, Florida, to play football there. And he's only 41 years old. Mind you that he's 41 years old. So if the Glazers can do that, and they don't even understand football, American football.
So okay. Just wondering, you guys help me out here. How many times have the Glazers been at Old Trafford to watch a game? Can you count with 2 hands? 1 hand?
I mean, I can't count it once. So.
I think probably all the big games they were up there. But guys, we checked out the revenue. All right, let's just check out the amount of debt. Look at the staggering amounts.
So you look, everyone knew they bought the club and put into debt straight away, right? But if you look down and you look closely at the directors' fees, 75 million has been paid. Would Arnold salary, Glazers take a significant slice of this? They get about 8 million per year for doing consulting. No one's questioned what the consulting is to United. It's that whole question of the Glazers. You're right. They run it as a business. They run it as something where they can profit and make money, and not Liverpool or even Man City has paid anything to their owners. You know what I mean? Chelsea is starting to revolve into a self-sufficient business. Eventually, not yet, but eventually we'll get there. Do you think that all these stats, all these figures, all these numbers is what the Glazers are more focused on, and not putting money into the transfer kitty, but putting it on paper with the PR team that we're trying to get this player, that player, but the reality is the back end is they're not doing jack squat.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
Gaurav, what do you think?
Just idiots running the club. That's all. We have idiots running the club. You have
Okay,
Woodward,
fair
who
enough.
is a finance guy who knows nothing about football, running the club. Like, I think Emmanuel mentioned that Tom Brady. I mean, in America, it works over there because it's different. But with the Premier League and all, it's a whole nother ball game. You need the right players, the right mentality, the whole team in sync into one common goal.
Okay.
And you can't have Woodward, who is an idiot, running the club and doing dealings with don't know whatever money he spends on stupid players. So yeah,
Mark, what do you think? What do you think? I'm just putting it from me, just saying from me. Do you think that there is Glazers are putting the back end? No one reads in this. Let's be honest. The man on the street is going to be concerned about results, what he reads on the paper. They're not going to go too deep into this information. But from
Yeah.
from this aspect, do you think the Glazers are just putting up a front? That, yeah, we're looking to buy this player, that player. But the reality is they've told Woodward, no, we're not buying anyone, or we're going to put very little money into this. You try to get the best out of it. If not, forget it. Because the amount of
If
debt
you
that
look at,
United has gotten.
okay, you look at how the Glazers okay, for United, right, the Glazers never put a single cent into United.
Yep.
And all the revenue we earn, right, is just to pay off the interest. It goes to the Buccaneers paying off the interest, overpaying the players, and even overpaying on transfers. Like recently, Harry Maguire. You see, we gave a new contract to Jones and
Yep.
Lingard just to preserve their value in the market to try to sell them. But you look at Jones now earning 80,000 a week, going on the treadmill on the day and eating Gucci at night. So that's why you see that's where the problem lies with us, you see. And you see why Ed we would do deadline transfers, right? Let's say for
Yep.
Sancho's case, right? For those top players, right, their salaries are like 250K a week. Ed we will drag the transfer from the first day to the last day just to save 1 to 2 million in wages. And that's from the business point of view. So that's where all the money go. And recently the Glazers took 140 million. I think they took a loan. I know that 140 million where it go. It goes to the Buccaneers.
Definitely.
It was very obvious.
Because
Yes, definitely.
it
we are
feels like the
paying half
pandemic.
a mil a week to Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, and recently they took in dividends a total of 111 million. What can we do with 111 million? We can buy Sancho. That's the thing, you see.
You can buy more than Sancho. You can buy more players than
Yeah.
Sancho.
Fellas, look at the face of Russ. Russ, I think you want to say something about this. I mean, the amount of money that we are talking about, 111 million, boy.
Yep.
What are the bastards doing, man? Russ, tell us. I mean, what would you? I mean, do you have anything you want to say to the Glazers?
Yeah, get out of the club. Of course, I mean, when we say get out of the club, we got to be careful also. Who else to come in? Because United is one of the wealthiest club in the world, and the way we are behaving now in the transfer market is like we are in huge debts, but we are behaving like some paupers, some beggars. We got so little money. Oh, please help us. Give us a few pounds here and there, and we can sign these players. It's a crazy stance to take, and then we fall flat on our face when we see rivals investing on players and they make good signings. They make good signings at considerably cheaper rates, and we can't do that. We can't look out for the bargain signings, the quality signings that are available out there, and we can't sign those players. I think Ed Woodward is not a football person, but he should be kept in the club to run our commercial aspect of it. Get us the money, but get someone in, for God's sake, to handle the sporting and the football side of things. Handle the transfers, negotiating of contracts with existing players, selling of players. It's not only signing players now. We have trouble selling players as well. All the players we don't want, they're just there, but we cannot sell.
Because United has lost that era that these players are top players that you want to play in your team. But even talking about the Glazers, just keeping on the Glazers topic, if I'm not mistaken, I think the roof at Old Trafford is still leaking.
Yeah.
The infrastructure of Old Trafford itself has not been fixed. I'm just saying, if you are a fan of a club, you love the club, you would want it to aesthetically look pleasant and build up the theatre of dreams. The last I saw an image a few weeks back, it looked really dilapidated. So you guys genuinely feel that the Glazers have no passion or interest in Manchester United, just see it as a purely business commercial standpoint, make as much money as I can, hope, fingers crossed, some rich guy from the Middle East comes in and takes over.
We hope for the same as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, let me say something, man. United has been infused with glory, with success,
Okay.
a lot of success. I think my brother Mark, I think the older guys knows, right? They infused success, been spoiled by success, and I think the previous owner, he did a very good job buying players and selling them. But I think that's one of the reasons why the Glazers bought United. It's because it's one of the biggest club in England and the biggest club in the world, and they use that as their profit
Yep.
to make money and to get themselves their glory, their own glory, their own shit and stuff like that. So I think that's how they want to run business, because they don't really care about the club. They
Yeah.
just care about why United is the best and why United is in marketing strategy the best ever. So yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just a quick one. Yes or no? Yes or no? Glazers or Mike Ashley? Would you take Mike
Sure.
Ashley over Glazers? Yes or no?
No,
No.
no.
Gaurav?
No.
No. Manuel? No. Mark?
No, I'll take Mike Ashley. I'll tell you why.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah,
Go,
really,
go,
I'll
go.
take Mike Ashley.
Go.
Mike
one.
don't suck as much money out of the club, so actually the revenue will go to pay the debt. That's why I'll take Mike Ashley. Yeah, very serious.
Fair enough. Let's see. Let's just put it from that perspective. Transfers that you guys are talking about. So there's no money for transfers. There's money to put in the NFL to get Tom Brady over. Do you see that? Looking at United's decline, I would say decline. People might correct me and say one season, whatever. Let's call it as it is. It's a decline. Do you see them looking at United decline? Because when you decline, you lose money in terms of sponsorship. Nobody wants to support a team that's in the bottom half. Nobody wants to put money and pump advertisements for the brand. Eventually fades away, right? We've seen bigger clubs in the yesteryears. Do you still think the Glazers would eventually realize and pump money into transfers straight away, like a crazy transfer summer like the one Chelsea has, where we just pump money to get players we need? Or do you see them just being stubborn and holding out till the end?
Actually, the pattern is that if we don't qualify for Champions League, then they will start pumping money. The moment we qualify for Champions League, that's it. They take a step back, because I think they're happy with the money coming in from playing in Champions League. They don't care about winning the league or winning Champions League and all that. They don't care about that. I think the pattern we're seeing is that. But on your question, if we deteriorate even further and we become a mid-table club consistently, I think then that's it. They will sell the club. They will sell the club and they will go.
They'll go. And anyone else with the same opinion? Different? Gaurav, Emmanuel, Mark? Do you think they will eventually sell the club?
Yes, they will, because the thing.
Go for it.
Okay, the thing is, what happens now is our club is in decline, right? We will lose the next generation of fans, the youngsters. Where you know that as people get older, they will lose the appeal. So as we lose the youngsters, right, United will lose their revenue. So as a club in decline, right, the Glazers know they can't suck as much cash out of United. So actually, eventually they'll sell. But the problem with the new owners is that you have to take the burden of that 500 million debt.
Yeah.
But
who wants to do that?
But the model is quite simple actually. If the owners comes in and buys the club, let's say 500 million on top of the 3.3 million that the Glazers asked for, right? All the owners have to do is let United self-sustain. With the revenue we earn, you take a bit of money to pay off the debt slowly. So actually, the owners, all they have to do is to buy over the club, but at a very huge price, maybe around 4 billion. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Gaurav, Emmanuel?
People have that much of loose cash now.
I think I agree with Mark and Russ. It's going to be very tough to see United in next years, and we are also losing the next generational fan. So we have to come up with a miracle here. If only.
Fair enough. So let's just see what the comments are saying. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see what our fans in the Napshot Nation are saying. Oh, Sean Gill. In case of those who don't know, that's my cousin.
Hi.
And,
hello, Sean.
He's an optimistic United fan, and he's also a part-time comedian. You can catch him on his. Sean Gill says, Man United is the next Champions League winners. Only haters will think otherwise. Hey, if the guy believes, he believes. And he's been right on things that we never thought. So there you go. Then now he starts trolling his own team.
Get this guy a beer, man. Get this guy a beer.
He's the comedic part.
He's the comedic part. He is a comedic part. Lingard
This
also
is the comedic
Champions
part.
League trophy. You all read that, you'll laugh. I'm also laughing. But has it next one? Okay, good. Suarez has joined Atletico Madrid moments ago. Man U wasted this opportunity. Oh,
No,
Suarez.
we don't-
Suarez
no.
United.
Oh, man.
We don't
we,
stand by us.
Next comment.
we don't need an ex-Liverpool player.
No, we don't need racists in our club. We don't need a racist.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before we make a comment, doesn't this look like some United fans are clutching at straws? Whatever they can get, they just get and put in the team. That's how
Yeah.
bad the situation has become. It feels
Yeah.
that way, right? There are some fans. You guys obviously disagree on that front, but there are some fans, pockets of them, that says, "Look, whatever we can bring in, let's just bring in for the sake of bringing in. Let's just work from there." So it feels like
Yeah.
That's what the Glazers do to
Ether
me,
Sharil feels that way as well.
desperate times, desperate measures, lah. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
It's always going to
Fair
be
enough.
that way if there's loss.
Fair enough. Let's
Yeah,
move on. Let's see the next comment. Tristan again. We're turning into AC Milan. Once great, but never great again. Tristan, side note, AC Milan is quite an on-form team from last season moving forward, if I'm not mistaken. But do y'all feel? I mean, we kind of touch on this topic a bit. Like, will United decline slowly, just see them fade away and lose the future? But it's you never know, right? Never know. Football's a very strange, funny game.
Let's start out with Russ. Russ,
Yep.
talk to us, Russ. I mean, AC Milan once a powerful team. Even we played them in the Champions League before. Are we turning out to be Milan? The fall of grace. The fall of greatness.
It is quite similar, but this phenomenon is quite exclusive to the English league. We took 26 years to win our first league title. Liverpool took 30 years to win their next league title after 1990. And it looks like we're going to go down that path again. We're going to go 30 years, 20 plus years to win. AC Milan won't go that long. Inter Milan won't go that long. Juventus, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all these clubs, they won't go that long without winning the league title. They'll win it sooner. So I think AC Milan will win the Serie A again before United wins it.
Fair enough.
For us, it's 10 years. 10 years, not 30 years.
Oh, 10 years is long.
I
Bro.
can talk shit
So I hope we
again.
can pass that trend and win it sooner. But
Yeah.
looking at the way it goes, is very pessimistic.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gaurav, do you think this will be 10 years? Is what you're saying? Timeline projection?
Yes. I'm willing
That's
to.
a very
put
deep
myself
dark.
at the line. We'll be back in 10 years with the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the treble again. With glory days.
Treble.
Just in time for you all to have kids and show them what United is about, I guess, huh?
That's right.
Let's move on. Pogba! Nigel Gill, another cousin of mine.
Hello, Nigel.
Pogba, Iman. Pogba, your buddy.
Guys,
What do you think?
Guys, just a side note before Iman starts. Iman is a huge fan of Pogba. I mean, he loves his everything of movements of Pogba. But then, I beg to differ. I hate that bastard. Whenever he steps into the field, he's a piece of shit. His performing is like shit. The only time he performs, Kel, I'm so sorry, Kel. The only time he performed was at his brother's wedding when he was dancing.
Okay, wait, Iman.
Join us
Iman,
on the hot seat.
You are a Pogba fan, Iman. You're a Pogba fan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do a dab for me. Do a dab. One dab. One Pogba dab.
Right.
See, your brother is fuming, Eddie. Your brother is fuming. Fire is coming from him.
He's opposite me, honey. He'll come in
Okay.
anytime.
Pogba, shoot on Pogba. Flop. Or the man.
He's
He's okay.
he has been the main man for many years. Let's be honest. The moment Mourinho set his eyes on United, when he came to United, his first player he ever set his eyes on was Pogba, and he brought that big guy back to where it all started. But the thing is, there are transfer rumors saying that he has to go. He wants to go to Real Madrid. He wants to go back to Juventus, and I'm not bothered by that. I'm not bothered by that. He is happy in United. No matter if my brother hates or anybody hates, I will still support him all the way, because if there's one midfielder who can make the difference, who can change the game, it's him. Because
Fair
I
enough.
don't know, I can't think of any game where we have won without him. Because
Fair
yes,
enough.
we have lost with him, but I can't think of any game where we won without him. So yeah.
And fair enough. In that Spurs documentary, we win nothing.
Yes.
Or nothing, whatever it's called. For me, as a Chelsea fan, we call it we win nothing. There's a key point. Where Mourinho says don't give Pogba the ball. He has the vision, he has the skill, and don't let him shoot. So if someone like Mourinho who knows his football and his players, so do you think Pogba will come good this season or no?
I hope he plays. Yeah.
I hope so.
He will come good. He will come good because ever since Bruno came, his job has been he's been really low key. He still do his job. He still gives that long pass. He like Mourinho says, don't give him space. If not, he'll give that nice ball to Rashford, and he did. But ever since then, he's very low key. So he won't have that same hype since like back in 2016, 2017. But he will do his job, and he is still the top.
Fair enough.
He's going to be still dancing on Instagram and all this bullshit. He's just a crap player. I just can't wait to bloody cash in on him, man. Next time, let's follow up. Let's go to the next one, guys.
Salim Abdul Latif. There is no commanding captain to push the team. Very spot on. That's where you. I don't know. I agree with this. A good captain can make a team, a whole mediocre team slightly a bit better. Do you guys agree? There is no commanding captain.
Touch on this more. I think we had such brilliant captains, such powerful captains, and boom. And now we have Maguire. I think, Mark, talk to us. Is Maguire the captain to push us through this season or the following seasons to come by?
No.
Actually,
who I wanted as captain was Pogba. You see, when Pogba asked to be the captain, right? Yes, when Pogba asked to be the captain, right? What happened when he didn't get the captaincy? His form dipped. Yeah, Pogba wanted the captaincy, but Ole didn't give it to him.
Are you saying
or Bruno?
Are you saying like in France, where Pogba is the whole pseudo leader of the France national team, where you saw him just pretty much hammering that whole motivation speech to them? You think if Pogba becomes a captain of United, he will turn and be the Pogba that you guys expect?
I won't say. I feel that he needs more responsibility than the limelight itself. He needs the responsibility. He asked for it, but he didn't get it. So that's why you see he do less flashy step overs, all the fancy when Bruno came. He just played simple, like Emmanuel said. He played low key, just did his job, while letting Bruno take all the limelight away.
Gaurav, you have something to say?
Yeah,
I would like to see Bruno and Pogba, share hand in hand with the captaincy. I would like them to work together, both of them to push the team.
Wait, someone said De Gea the last time. I heard someone say De Gea to be captain.
I said De Gea also.
Oh, no, De Gea as well. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
I think
things at Pogba?
Kel, I want to look at Res. He's been thinking so much. I mean, I think
he's doing this. He's like...
Yeah, he has went through the generations of having wonderful captains. I think we had like Roy Keane being captain. Even at some moment, we had Gary Neville. We had even Eric Cantona sometimes doing. And I think my favorite was Yepstam. And I think even more, my most favorite was Vidic. I mean, as a centre back, I'll say it's Vidic. Yep. And right now we have this son of a cockster that is the captain. Right. Talk us through, buddy.
He is one big cockster.
I started off with Brian Robson as a captain, so that was
wow.
way back. So
respect.
Maguire as a captain, I wouldn't be so harsh on him as to say that he shouldn't. It's okay. I when it happened, I thought it was all right. It was a good enough decision. But I think now that Bruno Fernandes has come on, I think he has shown greater leadership, and he probably would be my choice as a captain, because he, from the way he speaks, this guy has got a drive to bring us to winning trophies, winning games. So Bruno Fernandes for me.
Fantastic. So it's a toss between Bruno and Pogba, from what I hear from the four of you, correct?
Yeah, and for Pogba, I think he doesn't need to be a captain to show the leadership, because for France he's not the captain. Lloris is the captain, but he still showed that leadership in the dressing room. We need more of that from him on the pitch and in the dressing room. And that's again coming back to my point. I think we don't have enough leaders in this United team, enough strong mentality players.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Salim. Good question, man. Moving on. What do you have? Ashin Dino, Pogba is great, but building the team around him, nah.
Asin, my great buddy, Asin, thanks for coming in. Pogba is great, but building, I don't know what is it, man. Everybody is saying Pogba is great. Guys, he did not win the World Cup for France. All right, he did not win the World Cup for France. I think it was Kante and Mbappe. Okay, Pogba is good. Yes, no doubt he is, but they should stop building the team around him. And I think captain-wise, I don't know, man. Gaurav is looking at me like, oh, Joel, stop it, man. I think Pogba, leave him aside.
Leave my Pogba alone.
Let's get on to the last comment, guys. The last comment. Guys,
interesting. Quietly, he's gone on the shadow.
Oh, this is on.
He's gone from Alexander.
Ever since
Rashford.
the restart, guys, I have told this to all my friends. I've told this to most of the guys that I've came across in social media. I've told them that Rashford is out of form. He needs to be dropped. But the response that I get is, nah, I'm okay as long as he plays, as long as he assists, as long as he runs. But boy, that game against Crystal Palace, he did absolutely nothing. Nothing. I want the
Not a shot on
to
target.
chime on this. I'm probably going to give 30 seconds, 45 seconds to each of y'all. I'm going to start off with Russ. I want the burning sensation out of you, Russ.
I think you are right. Rashford's form is off. It's been off since he got injured. Before he got his back injury, he was really on form. And at that time, I thought he was on fire. I thought he was getting that consistency going in his performances. He's getting that maturity as well. Then when he got injured, he returned not quite good. But again, the question comes again. If you don't play Rashford, then who? Lingard? I don't know. James probably. But that's why I think the reason why he's not dropped is because Solskjaer he feels he doesn't have a valid enough replacement for him. You could play Marshall there and play Igalo up front, maybe. That could be possible, but I think, next.
Do you think that United is just the fans are putting all the blame on Pogba because he's not a homegrown talent like Rashford is? He's not an English youth kid as this. So, Rashford's been bad form. We all know that. But has all the blame been on Pogba because of the price tag and just because he's Pogba and all the stuff that he does? Whereas Rashford's form is worse than it's ever been, and yet no one's saying anything about it.
Yeah, correct. You got it right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. So you guys would think, but do you think Rashford will actually bounce back sooner or later? Or do you need more time for him?
Mark, I wanted to hear. Do you think Rashford might bounce back?
Yep.
He will, but he needs a rest. He's playing with a double fracture. He played until his back had a double fracture. And I don't think he's fully healed yet. He needs a rest.
Guys, I think we got to learn it that he's carrying the entire UK on his shoulders right now.
Yeah.
He's doing lots of charity work. No doubt. I think he's doing too much for the people of the public, that I think he forgot how to play football nowadays, I think. Rashford, if you're listening to this, please, my boy, get back to playing football. Guys,
yeah, dude, I need you on a fantasy team.
Yeah, we're done with the comment section, guys. Our next agenda is something that everybody was going on since the start of football. It has been coming that, is Sancho coming to United? Is Sancho dead? You see the next number 7 that's going to cement the legacy. Look at this boy. 2 year starts to himself. I mean, does he not look the resemblance of Ronaldo? 2 year starts, a goatee in the middle, beautiful teeth, messy hair, curly, lots of pace. Mark, I want you to start out with this. Sancho has been going on and on. You have been texting me in WhatsApp on and on. Non-stop phone calls, non-stop late calls. What's going to happen? Is Sancho a necessity right now for Manchester United Football Club?
Definitely, because we don't even have a right wing. Then we play Daniel James, who's better on the left as a right wing. You see how bad it is right now. And actually, for Sancho, right, like I said, now or never. You see, Barcelona bought Coutinho for 145 million and bought Ousmane Dembele from Dortmund, 125 million.
Correct.
Dortmund asked us to buy Sancho for 108 million. How can we not go for it right now? And we are not going for a centre back this summer. And they already said Ole wanted a right wing this summer. So I feel it has to be Sancho. And you look at the transfer market now, right? There's no noise on Sancho because Dortmund did complain that, hey, you guys, you're United, you're making this transfer too public and too noisy. So actually, you make us look bad in the market to our fans as well. That's why you see recently there's no noise, no mention of Sancho in social media or anything else. So to me, it's a deadline day signing. Yeah.
Emmanuel, what do you think? Is Sancho the guy you should bring in, or should you look for cheaper alternatives elsewhere to get the deal done?
No, there is no alternative. even if there's an alternative, is Sancho, definitely. Because at the end of the day, like how Mark says, we need a right wing. Nobody can play right wing better than Jadon Sancho. I mean, the fella can play, right? The man, I mean, he just assists Erling Haaland like it's nothing. You know, if he
Fair
can
enough.
do that in Champions League with Martial, every United fan will blow their mind, you know, and it'll be absolute scenes, you know, even if there's no fans, you know, it'll be absolute scenes. So for me, Sancho is still coming. I'm still confident. You know, we still have like what 2-3 weeks left before deadline is the transfer deadline is closed. So we see about it there.
Gaurav, you're looking stressed over there. I'm just throw this to you. Sancho, I understand. I'm just throw one more name just for the sake of throwing a name, and he's a Premier League. He's played for a team called Watford. Ismail Sarr, a good pacey right winger. If you need a right winger, do you think that money from the Sancho saga should be invested in your defense right now, and not Sancho per se?
Yes, I think, but it once Mark said that right wing was like had a hole in it, it kind of hit me that actually we might need Sancho. Sancho, like I was just thinking like how Sancho will like fit our team. Would it be like great? But I feel like yes, but I think we need to also deal smartly in the transfer market and also get a centre back. At least we need to fix our defense at the back, because if we get Sancho, it's going to be the same problems all over, and then you have this other type of like losses, and then we'll be having the same composition like what we're having here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Russ, just throw this to you. United, in terms of transfers in the past, anybody and everybody want to come and play for United.
Yeah.
Now to get a deal like Sancho, not in the money, maybe it's the badge that United represents, that star power, that star quality is fading away. Everyone else is buying. Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool, 2 deals in 2 days, in a week
Yeah.
or less than that, got it done. Why United not doing anything in the transfer window? Are they holding out for money? Are they not getting the right players? Do they don't know where they want to strengthen initially now? With every game gives you a new problem that you don't know where you want to strengthen first and foremost.
It's
Your thought?
the person negotiating a transfer is inefficient. The group or the team that is handling this whole transfer saga, they are inefficient and incompetent. That's all. That's the reason why we're not signing anyone. I think I would okay, you see, we are going for Sancho. You've Dortmund has already said this is the price. You either take it or leave it.
Yep.
So if you really want that player, you pay the price. That's it. End the saga. Get him to the club. That's it. End of the deal. If you don't want to pay that much, then there are always other players. Look for other players. There could be someone else that we do not know of, because you are Manchester United. You should have a scouting system that's wide enough to be able to look at players that cost much lesser but equally effective. It's about signing players that are effective in that position to deliver and to produce the goods. It's not about signing big name star players all the time. You cannot get Sancho, never mind, move on. Actually, I mean, I was thinking out of the box. One player I like would be Adama Traore from Wolves, because that guy's a beast.
Yep, interesting.
That guy, you can probably, throw him in the last 25 minutes, 20 minutes, he'll run at you, and a lot of players cannot deal with that kind of raw pace and power that he has.
Okay.
So, that's one player. But it's not just Sancho also. You look at the right back, we need someone else to deputize for Wan-Bissaka. We need another centre back. Centre back, actually, I'm still okay if you play Bailly there. Maybe Tuanzebe recovers and he comes good. The young lad Menji, I hope he comes good. Maybe we could still survive. Left back, I saw Luke Shaw play. I think, oh my god, we need another. we need another left back. Probably Brendan Williams is young, is growing, but probably another left back. Midfield, I think we are fine. And I think a lot of this conversation we've had today, a lot of it we focus on the negativity. But I think that one positive was the signing we made, Donny van de Beek. I think he played well. He came on. And I was a bit surprised he didn't start. So I was thinking he would start instead of Pogba, because Pogba had coronavirus and he wasn't really fit. So I was thinking when the Beek would start. And when he came on, he looked really bright and fresh. So I think centre midfield fine. And maybe one more centre forward, because then you can rest Martial and you can rotate him around. Marshall can play on the wings, and you can have another alternative as a pure center forward, a striker that will score and get you
Fair
goals.
enough. So
Raul Jimenez, actually
just
another one. Wolves.
a really quick question. Just a really quick question. At the end of the transfer window, how many transfers do you see United making? Let's not talk players. Let's not talk like. Do you see them buying a centre back, a right wing, and another midfielder, or you just see them doing 2 transfers, a centre back and a right wing? Really quick, Mark. Do you see United doing any transfer dealings by the end of the window?
Yeah, left back and right wing. They're
Right
not
back,
going
right.
for centre back this one because they're waiting to unleash that Upamecano's release clause next summer. £37.5. Yeah.
Fair enough. Manuel, you think United? How many transfers do you think they'll get it done by end of the transfer window?
2 actually, yeah. Well, like Mark said, 2 right wing and left back because we are lacking those 2 areas. Very, we are just lacking there because it is the left side of the field we are lacking and it's leaking uncontrollably. That's why Maguire has to come out right at the left side and do his job, and he doesn't do his job properly. And I think we all see that in the Palace game and multiple games where he played.
Okay.
He has to come up short all the time. So yeah, those
Fair
2
enough.
transfers it's an important one to have.
Same as Mark. Gaurav, what are you? How many transfers do you think they'll get it done?
Should be 2. Probably get a left back and a winger.
Okay, so that's the main point right now. Ras, you agree with the 3 of them?
I tell you how many transfers they're gonna get. They're gonna get Motte, 0 transfers. They're gonna get. They give you.
I mean, you got one. Done. When the big is done, right? I mean,
that is done, lah. You won't get any more.
Okay, fair enough. So
No,
let's
I'll tell Ras. Ras, you just wait until Wednesday. You see Teles will come in already.
Okay, I
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mark's talking to Fabrizio Romano right now.
Yeah,
So-
man.
So okay.
for
Just
that.
so that you're right about the whole negativity and things like we're just trying to pick on things that are wrong right now with United, but just in terms of the Glazers, if they were to come to y'all and what can the Glazers do to win back the trust besides the money, the pumping? What more do you want to see from them? What do you want to see them live on the games? You want to see them posting United, pushing United, the agenda, doing what is it that you think the Glazers can do to get back that love, or even have that love from the fans in the first place? They never had it, so what can you do to get the love from the fans?
I think the
Mark?
first thing.
Oh, sorry, Ras, go ahead, Ras. Shoot, wait,
Nah,
shoot from the
First
heart.
thing
Go.
the first thing they can do is offer me a job. I'll take it. From there, we'll build from there.
Go on LinkedIn, go to Manchester United Football Club on the page, send your resume in. You never know. Gaurav, what do you think?
Steward job.
Good job. Gaurav, what do you think? What can the Glazers do? Or is it too far gone?
If we can change the structure of the club, have the correct foundation that we had before, before everything was gone, I think the fans will come back loving this club for what it was, and it will be again soon.
Manuel, what do you think? What can the Glazers do to win your love?
They should get out of United. Simple as that. They should get out of United. Sell the club to someone else because I don't believe in them anymore. To be honest, I don't really believe. I know they're the owners. Yeah. Go ahead.
So even if they brought Sancho in, you will not. If they brought Sancho in and they did the deal with Sancho.
Yeah. If they bought Sancho in, that's their last deal, and they're out of United. That's it. Because if the Glazers bring Sancho in, which I know they will, and they're still staying there, no, that's not going to happen. They should just bring in Sancho, and that's it. End of it. Sell the club to someone else who knows football, who understands the game, and who trusts the team, and who admires the club. Not like the Glazers who just doing it for the money. So yeah, sign the Sancho deal and get out. That's all.
Mark, what do you think?
Mark, nail it.
Okay, I'm not greedy. Very simple to Glazers. You want to suck money out of our club, just suck. You don't want to pay the debt, don't pay. But as long you give our manager the transfer budget, why not? And you just just give the budget to him, man. It's very simple. You don't want to pay the debt, it's simple. Just give the budget to him. Then at least we can run our club proper, right? You want to suck the money, just suck. It's alright.
So
you
even
can
if
leave
you
the
get
debt to the next owner, yeah.
So Sancho comes in and another defender or a left back comes in, you'll be okay with the Glazers still. You'll still be okay with them running the club.
No, you have to keep giving the budget every time. You don't restrict. You get a director of football as well. Director of football into transfers in and out, and you give the budget to the manager. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys,
Joe.
Yeah.
You,
Tell me about it, bro.
What about you? You're a United boy. What about you? What can the Glazers do to win your love?
I think the 4 beloved fellas have wrapped it up really nice. what I want to chime in is simple. Get us Sancho for this transfer. I think we are good. Yes, there are a lot of people going on the bus about, hey, where's your bloody centre backs? Guys, we do have centre backs available. Tuan Sambe, we have Mengi, Tende Mengi, we still have available. So these young boys are raring to go. I mean, these guys have been played really little, but at this moment, they are definitely ready to go. The likes of Eric Bailly. So if my opinion is drop Maguire Lindelof, play Tuan Zambe, play Mengi in, or Eric Bailly, we have a chance. And Luke Shaw, for me, is definitely a no-go. I think Alex Telles will be a beautiful replacement for him. I think that boy can shoot, that boy can run, that boy can cross, that boy can score. I want to chime in to what Tristan has said: 6 goals and assists in 6 years for Luke Shaw. I think that's horrendous, man. That is really, really horrendous. I've never seen a left back in my life as such. I mean, Dennis Irwin, who is a right-legged, who played a left back, and even he didn't have that kind of horrendous stats, bro. But hey, look at what it is what it is. If the Glazers can give us Sancho and Telles, in what Mark always said it will be a decent transfer window.
So it buys them time, basically. Yeah.
I'll do a fast one since all United fans are watching. Mostly, I mean. Okay, so since you have seen how good Greenwood is from the academy, right? Wait till you see Mengi. Mengi is like Upamecano. He has the pace, he has the speed, he has the power. You have to see Mengi. You have to. That's why I'm so hyped to watch tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's see, you are hyped. Let's see what the fans are saying. What are the comments that are coming in? Are they as hyped as you, looking forward to United games, or are they still feeling the pain? Nigel Gill, build the foundation and it should be on defense. Honestly, things turn around for Liverpool once we sorted our defense out. And you must say they have the best defense / attacking defense in the league right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
You all agree with this, sorting that out?
With a heavy heart, yes.
Mark Than. So he is a guy who's passionate Man U until he dies, and he'll never change his club. Fun story. I went to his house once. I wore a Chelsea jersey after Chelsea beat United. His mum threw me out the house. Beautiful lady. Nothing the Glazers need to leave. I will love them then. Ooh.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Not wrong. Fair enough. Next one. If Lee Alexander, if Manu bought Sancho instead of fixing the defense, it's similar to Arsenal spending 72 million on a sexy signing like Pepe to satisfy the fans instead of fixing the defense and end up 8th. Agree with that? Big no?
Sancho and Pepe, how can you compare, right? Sancho, man.
Sancho. So Sancho's the savior.
Yes.
Zed. Mea. Probably they can't even sign a proper scout.
Yep.
Agree? You agree? Proper scout?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely agreeable.
Okay, fair enough. Jude, Jude, one word for the Sancho saga. Hanjo! It's just going nowhere. Daniel Ong.
Hey, Daniel.
I'm feeling... You know Daniel? Mark?
Yeah. My friend just came in today just to pop by.
Nice. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for the comment.
I'm feeling like Russ. Russ, you're making quite an impact in social media, bro.
Well done, Russ.
Thanks.
Let's see the next comment. Pogba is the superstar fall guy of the team. When Man U wins, it's because of him. When Man U lose, it's because of him. When Ed Woodward dogs suffer a miscarriage, it's also Pogba's fault. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't know, bro.
You and Lee Alexander having a bit of a conversation, Joe, on the side.
Yeah.
Emmanuel just shaking his head. Is like, that's not fair.
Gareth, take this on, Gareth. I mean, is Pogba the fall guy for him? I mean, lately it has been nothing has been about Pogba, but last season it was all about him. If it loses, it's him. If there's any shit happens, it's him. He falls sick, it's him. He went to his brother's wedding when he was sick. It's also his fault because he shouldn't have went. He danced, it's also his fault. Talk to me about this, bro.
I don't think it's true. I think it's just because of the Crystal Palace loss, and everyone is, thinking this way. Is Pogba this, Pogba that. I mean, if he didn't have a good game. To be fair, he was giving the ball away quite a lot. But it's because I feel it's the lack of preparation and everybody is just mediocre, playing mediocre. I think we need some time to prepare our team for the whole season.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Next up.
Next, what's the next one, man? Let's see. Let's go. Hey Jude, year 2067. So Jude is he's a guy that can tell you the future. Ask him for 4D numbers after this.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Man U's getting close to signing the senior citizen. 2067. You add on to my age, I don't think I'll be here for that long. But hey, can you guys explain why is that United are winning games? Is it only brilliance, or when you guys lose, it's Woodward Glazers' fault? So this is it's almost becoming like the Arsenal fans out there, but like an Arsenal fan TV thing. If they win, oh, Wenger in. Back then, Wenger in. If they lose,
Oh,
Wenger
yeah.
out. There's Kroenke, all that stuff. Are you guys slowly seeing your fan base take that kind of stance, and are you guys agreeing with this sentence?
I
Mark?
think regardless of win or
Russ, go ahead.
lose, Glazers out. Regardless of win or lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes Ole has got a fault to play. I mean, if you lose a game, everyone's got a part in it. The players, the manager, something must have not gone wrong. Something must have not gone right, and so everyone's got a part to play when you lose a game. Sometimes you're just unlucky. It can happen. That's life. Win or lose, Glazers out every day, any day.
Gaurav? Same.
I mean, it's gonna look that way, like how to say. Obviously, when we lose, we're gonna look at Woodward because of the
Yep.
structure of the whole club. But when we win, we definitely praise Ole and stuff. But we also, when we lose, we need to also stand by our manager. Yes, he makes questionable decisions like the lineup for one,
Okay.
but I think we need to stand by our manager for at least this season.
Okay,
It's a
this
make or
season.
break
So
for
this
Yeah.
so this season is like the make or break, like you just said, perfectly said. It's a make or break season.
Yes.
Emmanuel, feel the same?
Yeah.
Mark, you feel the same?
No, actually, to me, sorry. Emmanuel
Go
first.
ahead,
sorry.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
We're not Arsenal. We're not Arsenal. We're not going to say Wenger, Ole in, Ole out. We're going to stick by
Okay.
Yes.
we're going to stick by manager. No disrespect to Arsenal, but we're
Yep.
not Arsenal. We're not going to go through the Arsenal TV way. We're going to go through the United way. So
Fair enough.
win or lose, we're going to stick by to it with Ole. Win or lose, like Russ says, everybody has a part to play.
Fair enough.
You made a mistake, it's your fault. And if you don't change it, it's still your fault. So it's just part of the game, So yeah.
Mark, what do you think?
Okay, actually, when we win or lose, I don't say anything. But the thing is, looking at the transfer window, okay, Liverpool is first, right? We are third.
Yep.
How much Liverpool spent? 75 million. And we are third, right? How much we spent? 37 million. You can
Fair
answer any. Yeah, I think
Fair
you
enough,
can
fair
take
enough.
everything
Well
from
said.
there. Really.
Well said. Okay, look, we've got all this. We've spoken a lot. It's like an hour. We've gone close to 2 hours talking. Now I want to just throw this because you guys say Solskjaer's make or break season, and you guys right now, as most teams are, I mean most top teams are, you're in 4 competitions: the EPL, the FA Cup, the Carabao, and the Champions League. Yes, Champions League draws have not been drawn. All this have not been drawn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one each. Just tell me your expectations. Are you going to win it, semi-final, quarter-final? Where do you think United should go based on it being Manchester United and the players you have right now? Mark, I'll start with you. Let's start with the English Premier League. Where do you think they'll end up?
Players we have right now, we have to get 4th place and Carabao FA Cup.
So you think they'll get 4th place and Carabao FA Cup right now? Champions League, what do you think?
Quarter-final, because I don't know. Ole has that magic in the Champions League. You see, he brought a very shit team to PSG and won over there.
Fair enough. Emmanuel, what about you? Premier League, where do you think you guys will end? Third, less, more?
Premier League, I think confidently say we will end up third again, obviously. I don't see us winning the Carabao Cup, but I can see us winning the FA Cup. I can see. And Champions League finals, not quarterfinals. If we don't get the players that we need right now, I don't see us even going through the group stages. So yeah.
Okay, sure. Gaurav, what about you? What are your expectations? What do you think will be a good season in terms of Premier League? Tell me a position.
I think we should be trying for the top 4 because I think it's going to be a very tough season. There's a lot of very good teams that, if you take a look at Everton, they look impressive. And so many other teams that look good. So if we can get to the top 4, it will be great. I'd like us to win the at least the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup.
Okay,
as for
fair enough.
League, I'd like us to go to at least the round of 16.
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Russ? Expectations, Premier League, where do you think they'll end up? Champions League, where do you think they'll end up? Based on the expectation that is Manchester United. Tell me, quick one. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna win the quadruple this season.
Oh,
Just, of course, that's something I can only dream of. Maybe in 30 years' time we'll win again. But in the Premier League, I think we got to get back into Champions League. So 4th place at least. I want us to win the FA Cup because we were once the record holders for the FA Cup.
Yep.
So I want us to win that. Maybe the League Cup as well.
Okay.
But Champions League or round of 16. Get out of the
Okay.
group stage, please.
Okay. Joe, you quick one. 4.
quick one. EPL, we're gonna go top 6. Champions League, we'll be knocked out the group stages. FA Cup, we probably can win. League Cup, there's no chance. I think that's about it for me, bro.
All right. Wonderful show. Great guest. Everybody, thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything you've done. This is the first episode of the Kal and Joe show,
Yep.
the big boys on a Monday night. I appreciate the time. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Everyone else, thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the feedback. Thank you for the messages that are coming in as well. Do us a favor. Just like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe the page. We appreciate that. It helps us to go a long way. And if you know of any fans who support clubs that are not your norm, send them our way. We'd like to speak to them. Maybe
Oh,
from
yes,
Singapore,
man, Kal,
Malaysia,
definitely.
anywhere in the world, anywhere that's in
Anywhere.
Asia, anywhere in Asia, sorry. Send them our way. We'd love to have a chat with them because football is
Yeah.
what makes us all love this game, regardless of the club you're in. Yeah, we'll go banter and all, but at the end of the day, it's the love for the game, right?
Definitely,
So once, thank you everyone. Joe, what about you?
Kel, snapshot it's the meaning of football unites. We banter, we don't keep it personal. Mark, Res, Gaurav, Emmanuel, thank you so much for today, guys. For the rest and all the boys watching, guys, please subscribe, like, share, this comment, snapshot. We will be back this Thursday. Don't forget, and we will catch you guys, the Kal and Joe show, next Monday. Till again, wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much. United, we'll be back.
Cheers, boys.
Hopefully